21.
50, 21.
15, 20.
50.
50.
Make sure that audio is enabled. Oh, Slacker, let me get the... Actually, never mind. Never mind. I'll sign in over here. You got audio. I'm going to check the comment board in a minute. Oh, brother, if you need to switch seats, let me know. Let this thing go through. Let's see. Good, we have order and combo. And on that note, Kal Halal Yahweh Bashem Yahushai Bashem Rakak Wadash Barakatha Yahweh Barakatha Yahweh Shai Shalom. Double honor to the elders of GMS Great Millstone. Shalom. Shalom to elect of the 12 tribes which are scattered abroad. Greetings. We call ourselves a hopeful elect. Why? Because we do not know who the elect are in these times. By faith we believe we are of the elect, but we don't know. We call ourselves a hopeful elect. Hopefully we can obtain salvation. And back to here again through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakal Kodash, to what? Preach unto you the words of this prophecy, this book, it shall stand. None shall want her made. Written about in Isaiah, meaning what? You can't make this book with any other book in the world. It stands alone. Title of today's lesson is A Sword Destruction Against the Land of Merathaim, against the inhabitants of Pekod. ... Go ahead, brother.
Jeremiah 50 and 21. Go up against the land of Merathaim, even against it, and against the inhabitants of Pekod. Waste and utterly destroy after them, saith the Lord Yahweh, and do according to all them I have commanded thee.
Okay. Go up against the land of Merathaim, which is who? Babylon the Great, America. Let's go into the word there for Merathaim.
Strong's H 4850. Mara.
Yeah, that's the it. So that name right there can go into what? Meaning double bitterness. Double bitterness. Why? Because they are rebellious. So the land of Merathaim, America, is double bitterness here. Not just any bitterness, double bitterness. Against it and against the inhabitants of Pekod. What was Pekod? That's referring to Babylon the Great, America as well. So the inhabitants of America is being referred to as Pekod here. Waste and destroy after them, saith Yahweh, and do according to all that I have commanded thee. Yahweh Shemel Shai is Yahweh Tazabah Awaf, of hosts of armies, is going to bring his army of missiles here to Babylon the Great to destroy it. Next verse, brother.
Verse 22. A sound of battle is in the land, and of great destruction.
A sound of battle is in the land, and of great destruction. This is Micah chapter 2, verse 10. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. This double bitterness place, Merathaim, that is not our rest, because it is polluted, spiritually and physically polluted. It shall destroy you even with the sword destruction. What's the title of today's lesson? A sword destruction against the land of Merathaim. Not just a destruction, a sword, a bitter destruction. Double bitterness is this place. A sound of battle is in the land and of a great destruction. World War III going nuclear, missiles fired against America, Babylon the Great. 23.
How is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken? How is Babylon become a desolation among the nations?
So let's let you know here what? The hammer of the whole earth. Let's get that quote. If every problem is a nail, let's get that quote. Quote, not why. All right, let's see. If every tool you have is a hammer, let's get this one. Read that, brother. Bakusha, the water.
The phrase, if the only tool you have is a hammer, you tend to see every problem as a nail, known as Maslow's hammer of the law of the instrument, means that people tend to over rely on familiar tools or methods, ignoring more appropriate solutions. This cognitive bias leads to forcing one size fits all approaches, potentially causing poor outcomes.
Is that not what's happening in Babylon, America
That's
the Great?
exactly what's happening.
Yep, Babylon the Great, aka America the Great. Once going back like 30, 40 years ago, the 1950s, the golden age of America, things are booming and all that. America had what? It's witchcraft upon what? All these other nations. Everybody wanted to sleep with this great harlot, America here. But now we're seeing what? Thou art greatly despised amongst the nations. And what is Esau? America going back to the king of Babylon. He's using his military might. America like a hammer. Where? In the Middle East. You just go to the Middle East, gonna do this, that, and the other, and win it. So they're making foolish moves now. Babylon is the hammer of the whole earth, America, a desolation amongst the nations, their Kool-Aid, the wine of the wrath of fornication, her hypnosis, her witchcrafts, Isaiah chapter 47. It's not working so much against these other nations anymore. They're coming up against America, Babylon the Great. And Nero 47, he's making what? Foolish decisions with this war in the Middle East. But thus saith the prophecy, this must come to pass, this war in the Middle East, to start off World War III as a conventional war and to escalate it unto a nuclear war. Next verse, brother.
I have laid a snare for thee, and thou art also taken, O Babylon, and thou wast not aware. Thou art found and also caught, because thou hast striven against the Lord Yahweh.
What did that thing go into? They start making foolish moves.
Foolish moves.
Is that not what they're doing now? A snare is being laid before them, and they don't even know about it. Why? Because this is all the plan of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. Thou art taken. World War III going nuclear? That's a snare unto Babylon, America the Great. Let's get this. Jinn shall take them, and robber shall prevail. This is coming from the book of Job, chapter 18, verse 9. The jinn, which is what? A snare, a trap used for animals, shall take him by the heel, and the robber shall prevail against him. World War III is going to come upon him like a snare, a trap, and the robber here symbolically of who? Yahweh Shai shall take them and prevail. And thou wast not aware. Inwardly they think they're what? Their houses shall continue forever, as is written. Nero 47, he believes his house, America, shall prevail, when it will not. He is not aware that he will fall. Thou art found and also caught. The elites, they believe what? When World War III ends, they will rise up like a phoenix from the ashes to what? Continue their houses forever. Thou art found and also caught, because thou hast striven against Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. 25.
The Lord Yahweh have opened his armory, and have brought forth the weapons of his indignation. For this is the work of the Lord power Yahweh of hosts in the land of the Chaldeans.
Beautiful. Let's get it. Yahweh hath opened his armory. What's an armory? Let's look that definition up. Define armory for edification's sake. Armory. Here it is, brother.
An armory is a secure building for storing weapons, ammunition, and military equipment, or a facility where arms are manufactured or used for training, such as by National Guard units.
Beautiful. Water. Ammunition, storing weapons, ammunition. What's the Lord's armory here? The weapons of his wrath, the weapons of his indignation, the wasted to destroy in Isaiah chapter 54 and 16. The ICBMs, intercontinental ballistic missiles, nuclear missiles. Those are the weapons of his indignation. Indignation means what? Righteous anger. For this is the work of the Lord Yahweh of hosts. Yahweh Tazaba'awath. In the land of the Chaldeans. The Chaldeans were who? The ancient wise men of ancient Babylon. Who are the Chaldeans today? The elites of Esau, the banking families, the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, the Oppenheimers, Rothschilds on top. You have the what? The heads of the Illuminati, the 13 hidden families, the world banking families with the elites on top. Where is their, like main stronghold? Their land like stronghold. It is America, Babylon the great whore that sitteth upon many waters, and the waters is the people. America is prophesied to be a melting pot in the Bible, in the book of Revelation. It is known as what? The great whore. Mystery Babylon upon the forehead. The woman arrayed with scarlet that sat upon the beast, and the beast is NATO in the EU. America is the head of NATO and the EU. 26.
O come against her from the utmost border, open her storehouses, cast her up as heaps, and destroy her utterly. Let nothing of her be left.
Yep, going to be destroyed with what? ICBMs. They're going to fly from one end of the earth even to the other, these arrows, as it is written about. And destroy and waste and utterly destroy her, and nothing shall be left. It is the lake of fire, and lake of fire is liquid. It is physics. And then ultimately it's going to die down. The fire is going to be a desert, but wild beasts of the desert shall lie there. That's Isaiah chapter 13, Isaiah 34, Revelation chapter 18, verse 2. It goes all into that. Next verse.
Slay her bullocks, let them go down to the slaughter. Woe unto them, for the day is come, the time of their visitation.
Slay all her bullocks, let them go down to the slaughter. The people, slay all of them, except for who? The elect. But, the elect ain't going to be a part of, America, Babylon the Great, because they've been brought back. They've been brought out of America, purchased out by Yahushai. And they're going to receive, that resurrection. Woe unto them, for their day is come, the time of their visitation. This is going into like the ultimate visitation of the inhabitants of Pekod, the Babylonians, these Americans. The day of Yahweh. Missiles is flying. Yahushua going to come back, all the holy angels, deliver his elect. Daniel 12:1. Then at that time shall Michael stand, the great prince, for standing for the children, the sons of thy people. And that should be a time, has never seen, nor shall there ever be. Daniel chapter 12, verse 1 goes all into that. Let's go there real quick. Daniel chapter 12, verse 1. Here you go, brother. The water and Babakosha.
Daniel 12:1. And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince which standeth for the children of thy people, and there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to the same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, every one that shall be found written in the book.
Beautiful. The water. And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children, what their children, Hebrew sons, beginning with the men. You have the elect lady and her children, as is written, of thy people, who is Daniel's people, the Israelites. And there shall be a time of trouble. What's that? Jacob's trouble. And that now is going to be what? The crescendo of Jacob's trouble. Such as was never since there was a nation, World War III going nuclear, even to that same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered. Who is going to be delivered? The elect. I that speak in righteousness, mighty to save. In Isaiah 63:1. Who is Yahushua going to save? His elect, the flock of his pasture. The flock of his pasture are men, and I am your God, saith the Lord Yahweh, as is written in Ezekiel. And you have the elect lady and her children, whom I love in the truth, as it is written about. Everyone that should be found written in the book, is symbolically for the elect. The women shall be saved through childbearing. You and your household will be saved, through the man, the wife, and the children can be saved. Isaiah 4:1, that's going to already have had taken place, it's going to continue up, and extend into the kingdom of heaven, because in the kingdom of heaven, none of the men's wives is going to be working, so that has to take place on this side. It's going to extend all the way up, but the women in the kingdom, they won't work, the men's wives. You and your household, those women can be saved by what? The elect man. That's why elect man is going to be more precious than fine gold, even than the golden wedge of Ophir in Isaiah chapter 13. Because through that man, they can receive what? Salvation and protection throughout the time of Jacob's trouble. 11th hour Israelites, thy people shall be willing in the day of thy power, and the beauties of holiness from the womb of the morning. Thou hast the dew of thy youth. Written in Psalm 110, verse 3. Thy people shall be willing in the day of thy power. Seeing is believing. Isaiah chapter 59:19. Yahweh Shai is going to lift up a standard against the enemies of the nation of Israel. Beginning with who? Who's the worst enemy of the nation of Israel? The other heathens? Esau, Edom. Come, brother. Part of that's going to be what? Superpowers, spiritual powers. People are going to see that and come in. 11th hour Israelites, when Jacob's trouble and more in heat. But we don't try and mess around with that and say, well, I'm going to be an 11th hour Israelite, because then you're not going to be an 11th hour Israelite. You're going to be destroyed. You don't play with Yahweh but Shem Yoshai. You don't sow to the flesh, because if you sow to the flesh, you shall of the flesh reap corruption, which is going into death. The wages of sin is death, as is written. You will die a horrific death. I will appoint over them 4 kinds to slay, What's that one? God is not a man that he should be. Not that one,
Which one you need?
The one with you sold to the flesh. God is not mocked. Yeah, God is not mocked. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahshai is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. You ain't gonna be running around like, I'm gonna be 11th hour Israelite and mock the Most High Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahshai and say, at the last minute, save me. There is a too late with the Most High. When that belt is flying through the air, it's too late.
Too late.
Too late. The Most High could stop the belt easily, but he ain't gonna do that. It's too late. Here come the belt. Pah! All right, next verse, brother.
28. The voice of them that flee and escape out of the land of Babylon, to declare in Zion the vengeance of the Lord our power Yahweh, the vengeance of his temple.
The elect, they're going to what? They're going to be able to escape Babylon, America the Great, because they was delivered. And they're going to give praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahshai for the vengeance that he has done. To declare in Zion amongst the Israelites the vengeance of Yahweh our God, our power, the vengeance of his temple. The elect are going to glorify the Most High Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahshai in the chariots. Let me click on something here. I want to click on Salakia. Here it is. To declare. Is the word for declare.
Strong's H 5046. Nagad.
They're going to be able, singing the song of Moses, all that. To declare, to tell, announce, and this will be informed in the kingdom of heaven as well. This deliverance is going to be the second Passover and will be celebrated too as well. All right, let's next verse. Next verse, brother. Is it 29? The water.
Call together the archers against Babylon, all ye that bend the bow. Camp against it round about. Let none thereof escape. Recompense her according to her work, according to all that she have done. Do unto her, for she have been proud against the Lord Yahweh, against the Holy One of Israel.
Man, this is Revelation 18, the entire chapter. This one verse could lead you to do a breakdown of Revelation chapter 18.
Absolutely.
We'll be here for the next 3 hours. Because then you say, well, let's go on to 19, brother. Let's go on to 20, 21, 22. I saw Jerusalem come down. That's the Israelites coming up the chariot. How they're going to come down. To be what? Kingdom of heaven upon earth. All right, call together the archers against Babylon. What are the archers? Archers shoot what? Archers shoot what? Arrows. What are arrows? In this case, ICBMs. All you that bend the bow, all that have nuclear capabilities, ICBMs. Camp against round about it. Self-explanatory. Let none therefore escape, and nothing shall escape them, written in the book of Joel. Recompense her, reward her for what she has done, is what recompense her is meaning. According to her work, according to all that she have done, do unto her. As thou hast done, so shall be done unto thee, and God shall deliver thee into mischief, as it is written in 2nd Esdras. Let me get that. And the power shall deliver thee into mischief. This is 2nd Esdras chapter 15, verse 56. Like as thou hast done unto my chosen, saith the Lord, even so shall God, Yahweh, the power, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahshai, do unto thee, and shall deliver thee into mischief. What have you done to the true children of Israel? Steal, kill, and to destroy. You have destroyed them. Therefore, you will be destroyed, because you are the devil. John 10 and 10. And John 10 and 10 was just being spoken to Israelites, but we can apply that to Esau too. According to all that she hath done, do unto her, for she hath been proud. What's the 6 things is abomination to Yahweh, yea, 7 abomination unto him. The first one on the list is proud. So out of that whole list, the worst one you can do that the Most High hates is pride. Most High can't stand pride. That's the first on the list. What he don't like, what he hates. That is what America has done. Proud against Yahweh. Why is dirt and ashes proud, as is written? You're just mere mortal flesh, Esau. Why are you so proud? Makes no sense. Against Yahweh, against the Holy One of Israel, the knowledge of wickedness is not wisdom, as it is written about. No, the truth isn't mere. It is righteousness. It is immortal. Verse 30, brother.
Therefore shall her young men fall into the streets, and all of her men of war shall be cut off in that day, saith the Lord Yahweh.
Probably going to be ending soon. All right, therefore shall her young men, that's self-explanatory. No, World War III, nuclear is going to happen. And before that, they're going to get drafted over to the Middle East to be destroyed as well. The bridegroom shall mourn because, they're, let me get that, because I'm butchering it. Bridegrooms shall mourn. Yeah. Here you go, brother.
2 Ezra 16:33. The virgins shall mourn, having no bridegrooms. The women shall mourn, having no husbands. Their daughters shall mourn, having no helpers.
Yeah, the virgins shall mourn, shall die in the wars. Yeah, in the wars. Here it is, next verse.
Mm-hmm. In the wars shall their bridegrooms be destroyed, and their husbands shall perish of famine.
Wars, Middle East, saw conventional war escalates to nuclear war, which is World War III. And when the beginning stages of World War III now, which means what? We are here. We are in World War III. It's just the beginning stages. Famine, Jacob's trouble, famine. All right, where are we, brother? Jeremiah chapter 50 and 30. 31.
Behold, I am against thee, O thou most proud, saith the Lord power, Yahweh of hosts. For thy day is come, the time that I will visit thee.
Yeah, most proud, Medica, saith Yahweh, the Lord Yahweh of armies. Got a man of war speaking to you now. Armies. For thy day is come, the time that I will visit thee. And Yahweh is going to visit America by the nuclear missiles and his only begotten son, Yahweh Shai. Yahweh is going to, maybe that's the bear. Yahweh is going to visit America as, a demon-like power, a terrible power, the king of terror. Job 18 and 14 goes into it. Demon-like power, which is Allah Shadja, Genesis 17:1, the Omega devil. Devil deals with pain, suffering, the king of tormenting, the king of torture, the king of pain. Yahweh is going to, visit America in that sense like that. Where it's ultimately going to be by his name, Yahweh. And Yahweh Shai is also going to be glorified because, the name Allah Shadja at one point was more well known than the name Yahweh until the name Yahweh was glorified with, ancient Egypt, the plagues and all that. That's why it's going to speak about, by my name Yahweh was I not known unto them, pursuing Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Abraham at one point didn't, know the name Yahweh like that. He knew Allah Shadya. So that's all these other gods his father Terah was worshiping on the other side of the rivers. In the book of, Joshua was speaking about this. And then the Most High ended up having to what? Reveal himself unto Abraham. Abraham, he did the altar and built it unto Yahweh. He put the name there. So Abraham had to what? He had to come to know Yahweh. Most High had to reveal himself unto Abraham, just like he's done to us now by his son Yahweh Shai, as it's written in the New Testament. All right. 33, brother. Ooh, that's what it's at. Go on.
Okay, 32.
Okay.
And the most proud shall stumble and fall, and none shall raise him up. And I will kindle a fire in his cities, and it shall devour all around about him.
Oh man, and the most proud. I didn't say in all the proud. The most proud. That's Esau for you.
Most proud.
Most proud. Say it again. Say it once. Most
proud.
Most proud. Who do you think of, brother?
Edomites, a so-called white man.
God, brother. All right, this is the word there for the most proud.
Strong's H 2087. Zadon. And the form just below that, Zedon.
I like this picture with Nero 47.
Oh yeah, this one.
Read
right
that,
here.
brother. I got tears coming to my eyes. It's so beautiful to see this.
Pride, insolence, presumptuousness, arrogance. Mm.
Brother. Woo. I'm gonna get the picture up right here. Bear with this 1 minute, Slakia.
Yeah, give us a moment.
And I get this picture. Oh, this is a beautiful picture. Brought tears to my eyes. All right, brother. Read that definition again.
Okay. Pride, insolence, arrogance, presumptuousness.
If that don't describe this man, Nero 47, President Donald J. Trump, Nero 47 has a pin of himself, a little like pin toy version of himself on his own suit. So he has a pin of himself on himself. If that ain't pride, please tell me what is. And look at that face.
You can't see the pin.
Oh, God. Slack, yeah, I got the pin right here. Oh,
I don't know if you could. It's too much light.
Oh, you're right. Let me see if I can go. Let me see if I dim it down.
Yeah, dim it somewhat.
He has a pin of himself.
Yeah. It look like them Funko pins too.
Yeah, he has a pin of himself.
On himself.
On himself.
I can't.
I ain't never thought of something like that. Come on, brother. I'm gonna get a little picture of me and put it in my suit and have it facing out.
That's also a form of narcissism.
God, that's beautiful.
Narcissus, well, according to the legend, was looking at his image in the water in the mirror. This is what this one is doing.
Read that precept again. Oh, I got the device.
Oh, you got it.
Read that precept again. This guy described this man.
And the most proud shall stumble and fall, and none shall raise him up. And I will kindle a fire in his cities, and it shall devour all round about him.
Yeah, that's self-explanatory. No pride going into excessive joy and admiration in one's own achievements. Look at me. Look at my orange hair, y'all. And you got it pinned on yourself. This is arrogance definition. Arrogance. This man is beautiful.
Arrogance is an offensive, exaggerated sense of self-importance, superiority, or entitlement, often characterized by overbearing pride, condescension, and refusal to consider other viewpoints.
Yep. We have the greatest military in all the world in the history of mankind. We are the greatest nation in all the world. I am the chosen one. Somebody had to do it. He really said that he's the chosen one. That describes Emperor Nero 47 to the T right there. I am the chosen one. Somebody had to do it. The king of Babylon, his hands will wax feeble, the scripture says, when he hears about the report. The report of what? The missiles. King of Babylon, hands wax feeble. Get the next verse ready, brother. This is Jeremiah chapter 50, verse
33.
I got 43 here, real quick.
Okay.
The king of Babylon have heard the report of them. What? When he hears, Sword, the missiles are coming. What? He's going to get scared. And his hands waxed feeble. Anguish took hold of him, and pangs as of a woman in travail. So whoever the president, of many countries at that time, more than likely, it's going to be Nero 47, more than likely. He's going to be brought down to the ground. How was that pomp? The scriptures speak about brought down. The graves of the kings is moved for thee. You're gonna die. That's embarrassing. The Most High just you know how you insult somebody, brother, with some bad insults. Your mama that burnt rice at the bottom nobody don't want to eat. That's a bad insult. Let me get that. The graves of the kings of the earth. Most High done insulted Esau here. It's let me get this. Yea, the fir trees rejoice. It's in that one. Bear with us 1 minute, Slakia. It's Isaiah chapter 14. Alright. Yeah, verse 9. Isaiah chapter 14, verse 9. I'll start at verse 8. Yeah, the fir trees rejoice at thee. Fir trees is like, Christmas trees. They're going to be happy in the kingdom of heaven. They're not getting cut down. Deforestation, trees are going to be happy. That's no more in the kingdom of heaven. And trees, they do like have registered like, what do they call it? They call it hypersonic sounds or ultrasonic frequencies above the human hearing that plants exhibit when what? They are in distress. And distress can be likened unto what? Pain. Because they say, they don't feel pain, but they signal things that as if they do feel pain. And the cedars of Lebanon saying, since thou art laid down, no fellow has come up against us. What is a fella? The fella is the one who chops down trees. This is 9, the point. Hell from beneath is moved for thee to meet thee at thy coming. What is hell? The condition or grave. The hellish conditions, the grave is waiting for you, Esau. It's moved for thee to meet thee at thy coming. It's been waiting to see you. And all your pomp and glory and pride, saying we are the greatest in the world, in the history of mankind. I am the chosen one. Somebody had to do it. The grave has been waiting for you, saying, come on, waiting for you. It stirreth up the dead for thee. Even all the chief ones of the earth, it hath raised up from their thrones all the kings of the earth. All they shall speak and say unto thee, art thou also become weak as we? Art thou become like us? Now, let's get this one. Lord of the Rings. Dead ghosts. All right. So it's likened unto what those dead kings is saying. Art thou become as weak as we? That's bad, yo. That's bad. Thy pomp is brought down to the grave, and the noise of thy vials. The worm is spread under thee, and the worms cover thee. The worm is symbolic of death. When something dies, worms called maggots. That's a terrible insult to Esau with his pride. Verse 12. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, O son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations? Hit the 30-minute mark. O Lucifer. Lucifer means what? Light bearer. The Illuminati goes into illuminated ones, bearers of light. Who the head of the Illuminati? The elites of Esau, which is the ones that's the president has to take his orders from the elites of Esau, the Rothschilds on top. Back to Jeremiah 50, brother.
Verse 33. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together, and all that took them captives held them fast. They refused to let them go.
Yeah, it says sons there in the Hebrew, but men, women, children begins with the men. Thus saith Yahweh of hosts of armies, the sons of Israel and the sons of Judah, northern and southern kingdom of the 12 tribes of Israel. They are oppressed where together? In the land of America. Babylon the Great, which is where the greatest deliverance will come out of from. America, Babylon the Great. And all that took them captives held them fast, and they refused to let them go. Esau refused to let us go. The Israelites scattered amongst the other nations as well, but where are they predominantly located, oppressed together of the northern and southern kingdom in large numbers? America. 34.
Their Redeemer is strong. The Lord Yahweh of hosts is his name. He shall thoroughly plead their cause, that he may give rest to the land and disquiet the inhabitants of Babylon.
You can go until he's pleading our cause now by giving us his 100% truth so we can be saved. Their cause that he may give to the land and disquiet the inhabitants of Babylon. Yep. Their Redeemer, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Yahushai is going to come representing Yahweh of hosts, Yahweh of armies. 35. Gotta take your time, brother.
I got it. A sword is upon the Chaldeans, saith the Lord Yahweh, and upon the inhabitants of Babylon, and upon her princes, and upon her wise men.
A sword. What is a sword? Weapons. ICBMs is upon the Chaldeans, wise men of ancient Babylon. And going into the modern day, the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, the Oppenheimers, the elites of Esau, the heads of the Illuminati, the elite banking families, saith Yahweh, and upon the inhabitants of Babylon, inhabitants of America, and upon her princes, upon her wise men. Yeah. We'll probably stop at... Keep going, brother. We'll probably stop at...
Verse 36. A sword is upon the liars, and they shall dote. A sword is upon her mighty men, and they shall be dismayed.
What verse was that, Salakia?
36.
Yeah, that's speaking about Babylon. Mighty men, military. Everybody, these politicians, they be lying too. Next verse.
The biggest liars. Verse 37. A sword is upon their horses, and upon their chariots, and upon all the mingled people that are in the midst of her, and they shall become as women.
Oh.
A sword is upon her treasures, and they shall be robbed.
Yeah, the horses, chariots, that's going into like the military and all that. You got the automobiles and the cars, mingled people. Melting pot America is. become as women. Jeremiah chapter 30, verses 6, wherefore does he every man with his hands on his loins as a woman in travail? Are all these men out here giving pregnant birth? Why are they all looking like a woman giving birth? Woman giving birth, she has that look in her eyes, that pain's coming in. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. That's why. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. Who is the he? The elect. You can read about that. Jeremiah chapter 30, verses 6 and 7. Go ahead, brother.
This is verse 38. A drought is upon her waters, and they shall be dried up, for it is the land of graven images, and they are mad upon their idols.
Yeah, these people, they wild for them idols. Drop upon all her waters, and they shall be dried up, for the land of graven images, and they are mad upon their idols. Ultimately, if there's a drought, everything dies. 39.
Therefore the wild beasts of the desert with the wild beasts of the islands shall dwell there, and the owls shall dwell therein, and it shall be no more inhabited forever, neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation.
Yeah, that's speaking about, as I was saying earlier, when the fire dies down, what's going to be here? Wild beasts of the desert. Another precept for that is Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 39. Next verse.
This is 40. As Yahweh overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah, and the neighbor cities thereof, saith the Lord Yahweh, so shall no man abide there, neither shall any son of man dwell there.
Yeah, scripture speaks about, and fire came out of heaven from Yahweh, and devoured, Sodom and Gomorrah and the neighboring like cities round about in such manner, even burnt up the herbs and all that, the grass. It's all written about in the Bible, as it is written about. Now, going to the book of Genesis, the angels did the work, and even the angels this time are going to do the work. 2 angels all it takes to overthrow Sodom and Gomorrah and the neighboring cities by fire. And that smoke went up as the smoke of a furnace, as it is said, as it is written about. And Lot's daughters was like, everybody's dead. There's no man on the earth. Let's get with our father. What kind of destruction did it have to be for them to think that?
It was a sword destruction.
How big was them cities? Man, that's some bad mojo right there.
They thought it was literally the end of everything.
They said all the men in the world has died. Father, they said our father ain't gonna sleep with us.
And look at the mindset that they operated in. They thought that was okay for what they did.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point. And, there was a lady saying they probably put on makeup. They probably did put on makeup. That's what the Moabites, which is the so-called Chinese, and the Ammonites is the so-called Japanese, Moab and Ammon. That's where they get all that Chinese makeup, that Chinese white thing with the geishas and all that. They probably said threw that on. Because Lot was drunk. He didn't know what he was doing. Here it is, the Japanese geisha. Now this is a white person. Legitimately, they painted themselves white, so that's white. Esau is not white. If Esau was white, his skin color would look like this. Probably threw on some stuff, did some dance. But of course, the father was drunk. It's like, well, our father ain't going to sleep with us just willingly. We have to get this man drunk. Get him drunk. Drunk can give you that buzz, as they call it. And Lot, he had to go through all that destruction. That's devastating. So you would say, well, let me relax, take a drink. Got drunk. Daughters got him drunk. That was the end of that. He didn't even realize it was his own daughters. As you can read about, he didn't realize when they laid down or when they got up, he was drunk. What verse are we up to, brother?
We just read 40.
And then, the scriptures, it cuts and it goes on. Imagine that. You slept with your own daughter. How would you feel? Well, we're going to know all them details in the kingdom with Lot and all that. Verse 41, brother.
Behold, a people shall come from the north, and a great nation, and many kings shall be raised up from the coasts of the earth.
Yeah, behold, the people shall come from the north, and a great nation, and many kings shall be raised up on the coasts of the earth. Oh my goodness. I'm speaking about the Russians. The chief prince of Meshach and Tubal. Meshach is Moscow. Tubal is Tbilisi, capital of Georgia. These are the Russians that the Bible speaks of. Isaiah 13, the Medes. The Medes was going to Jaffa, but who inhabited, the area that was like with the Medes, which is the area of Japhet, who ended up inhabiting those lands around that area, the Scythians, which were Israelites. Then from the Scythians came the Russians, and you got USS or Soviet Russia. They're gonna come down. You know, they're gonna start as a conventional one in the Middle East. They're gonna go to the Middle East and fight over there in the Middle East. The Russians are gonna come down. Ezekiel 39 goes into it, but they're gonna leave a certain amount of their army in their land. You know, certain amount in the what they call the motherland of Russia. That's what they call it. And that war in the Middle East is going to take place in between the Red Sea and the Euphrates and the Levant area. Next verse is gonna go into it.
42. They shall hold the bow and the lance. They are cruel and will not show mercy. Their voice shall roar like the sea, and they shall ride upon horses. Every one put in array like a man to the battle against thee, O daughter of Babylon.
Daughter of Babylon is who? America. These missiles, they're going to fly. They're going to be cruel and will not show mercy.
Nope.
They will ride like horses. Horse represents power. Everyone shall be put in array like a man to the battle against thee, O America, daughter of Babylon. Why is it daughter of Babylon? Who was America's mother? Britain. Britain is America's mother. So she had the daughter, and the daughter is America. Verse 43.
The king of Babylon have heard the report of them, and his hands wax feeble. Anguish took hold of him, and pangs of a woman in travail.
Yep, that's speaking about the ruler of Babylon at that particular time. Well, that's going to be Emperor Nero 47. Scared now because you know what's coming. Destruction. Great devastation.
And they can't stop it. That's what's so beautiful. They cannot stop it.
Okay. Hey, look at this picture of Nero 47. He looks like what? An eagle. You know, Esau exalts himself as the eagle, set his nest amongst the stars, which is the space stage in Obadiah chapter 1. Yeah, eagle's the, high-flying bird. It's a high-flying bird. It'll fly on the thunderstorm winds, unlike other birds, which will, fly away, say, no, I see a thunderstorm getting away here. Eagle, I'm going in, John. Repeat, night and night, it goes up and glides on the wind. That's eagles for you. Eagles are very, that's going to fearlessness. Let me look this up. Do any birds fly into thunderstorms? Because we know the eagles do. Most birds avoid. Yeah. Larger birds might navigate. But the eagles, they go into it. Yeah, alright. Let's see something real quick. Sheltered birds, they have been known to go into it. Alright, back to Jeremiah, brother. What verse are we up to? I accidentally click X.
We are up to verse 44.
Yeah. America is going to be like, what? A woman, it's getting weak now. Scared. 44.
Behold, he shall come up like a lion from the swelling of Jordan unto the habitation of the strong. But I will make them suddenly run away from her. And who is chosen? Who is a chosen man, that I may appoint over her? For who is like me? And who will appoint me the time? And who is that shepherd that will stand before me?
My goodness. Behold, he shall come up like a lion from the swelling of Jordan unto the habitation of the strong. I will make them suddenly run away from her. And who is a chosen man that I may appoint over her? For who is like me? And who will appoint me the time? And who is that shepherd that will stand before me? When Yahushua comes to America, it's going to be a severe destruction. Let's get this one. The lion gave voice to the eagle. This is pursuing the second Esdras. Esdras is a Jew. That's that. Second Esdras chapter 12, verse 31. See if this is the verse. Yep. And the lion whom thou sawest rising up out of the wood and roaring and speaking to the eagle and rebuking her for her unrighteousness with all the words which thou hast heard. This is the anointed which the highest hath kept for them and for their wickedness unto the end. He shall reprove them and he shall upbraid them with their cruelty. Who was that lion? That lion there, 2nd Ezra chapter 12, verse 31. That's Yahushua symbolically. When Yahushua comes, he's going to come like a lion. And he's going to go to the habitation of the strong, America. They're going to be fearful when they see Yahweh. That's Isaiah chapter 19:1 and 2nd Ezra 13th chapter. Yet they are afraid, yet does fight. And who is that chosen man that I might put over her? And it goes on. For who is like me, and who will appoint me the time, and who is that shepherd that will stand before me? Let me get this one. It's Isaiah 63. Almost done. Almost done. Isaiah 63. I'm going to go on down. It speaks about a shepherd. Right. Let's see. Salakia. Isaiah 63. Verse 11, brother.
Yes.
This is Isaiah chapter 63, verse 11.
Then he remembered the days of old, Moses and his people, saying, where is he that brought them out of the sea with the shepherd of his flock? Where is he that put his Holy Spirit within him?
Yeah, the Yahweh, the shepherd of the flock here, is going to save the elect. All right, let's go on next verse.
This is 45. Therefore ye hear the counsel of the Lord Yahweh, that he hath taken against Babylon, and his purposes, that he hath purposed against the land of the Chaldeans. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitation desolate with them.
Babylon, America, the purposes he hath purposed against the land of the Chaldeans. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Who's the least of the flock, brother?
Those small hats in the so-called land of Israel today.
Come, brother. 1948 is with that Balfour Declaration to the Lord Rothschild. Lord Rothschild. You can read about the history. That's Israel, and surely Israel is drawing them out. You know, Netanyahu and them, they believe that they're rushing in the coming of the Messiah. You know, there's rumors going around about Netanyahu being there with AI images. They got rumors going out. Nothing official they're saying yet. Surely he shall make their habitation desolate with them. So because of these small hats, so-called Jewish people which don't fulfill prophecy, corner prophecy, no more wars in the land of Israel when the children of Israel is brought back. But that's not happening. Ultimately, something's going to go on with them. It's going to escalate. World War III to go on nuclear. And we're seeing now something is going on with them, and it started World War III. And it's going to only escalate till it goes nuclear. So we're seeing that now. 45. Just hasn't gone nuclear yet. 46, brother.
Right. At the noise of taking Babylon, the earth is moved, and the cry is heard among the nations.
That's self-explanatory. And the merchants of the earth, get that, brother. Don't stand afar off. While the brother gets that, I'm going to go to Jeremiah 51:1. This lesson is going to be almost over. Thus saith Yahweh, behold, I will raise up against America, Babylon, I will raise up against Babylon, against them that dwell in the midst of her, and against them that dwell in the midst of them that rise up against me, a destroying wind. That's that wind of the book of Revelation. Hold back the winds, the four angels, which is symbolic for the destruction, the tree, the earth, and all that. Men are referred to as trees in the scriptures. You know, the plants and all that. The people. The elect, till we have sealed our living power in their foreheads. The elect, that's the elect. And that angel there, you know, Yahweh Shai is going to do that. Seal their names in their foreheads in Revelation. Go ahead.
Revelation chapter 18 and verse 11. And the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her, for no man buyeth their merchandise any more.
Yep. They're going to see this destruction. It's going to be scary. Alright, I'm going to, yeah. Any other precepts you want to bring out, brother?
That's all.
So, before we end it there, you know, verse 2, 3, 4, 5, you know, Jeremiah 51, that's the destruction. 6. Let's get this one. 8. Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. Howl for her, take balm for her pain, if so she may be healed. Babylon will be destroyed. And balm is what? An ointment used for healing. And she cannot be healed, as is written about in another scriptures as well. That all, brother?
That's all.
And on that note, shalom, shalom, shalom. Hold fast, pray, stay safe, repent, hold on to the truth. Let no man steal your crown in the book of Revelation. What's your crown? Salvation. When Yahweh Shai comes back, he's literally going to be what? Crowning elect men. Pursuing the book of 2nd Ezra. On that note, shalom. Kal Halal Yahweh Bashem Yoshai Bashem Rakakodash Barakta Yahweh Barakta Yahweh Shai. Shalom.
Shalom.
Devon said, LG must great millstone. Shalom.